What if the constant buzz of notifications and endless scrolling isn't just distracting but robbing you of a meaningful life? In Digital Minimalism, Cal Newport explores how to reclaim your time and attention in a world dominated by digital noise. This is the story of how I embraced digital minimalism, broke free from the grip of technology, and rediscovered focus, purpose, and connection. Through deliberate choices and intentional habits, I transformed a life overwhelmed by screens into one filled with clarity and depth. Newport begins by introducing digital minimalism as a philosophy that prioritizes intentional and meaningful use of technology. Instead of passively accepting the tools and platforms pushed upon us, digital minimalists deliberately curate their digital lives to align with their values and goals. It's about stripping away the unnecessary to make room for what truly matters. I realized that I had been using technology mindlessly, allowing apps and notifications to dictate my days. Newport's philosophy resonated with me. Rather than letting technology control me, I needed to take control of it. I started by evaluating the role each app and device played in my life, asking questions like, does this add value? And does this align with my priorities? This simple yet profound shift helped me see how much of my time was being wasted on activities that didn't truly matter. Adopting the mindset of digital minimalism wasn't about abandoning technology altogether. Instead, it was about using it as a tool to support my goals rather than distract me from them. Newport's insights taught me that intentionality is the key to regaining control over our digital lives. This philosophy became the foundation for a more focused and fulfilling existence. Newport outlines a process for decluttering your digital environment, starting with a 30-day digital detox. During this period, you step back from all non-essential technology and evaluate which tools genuinely enhance your life. It's a reset designed to help you break ingrained habits and rebuild your relationship with technology from scratch. The detox was challenging but eye-opening. I deleted social media apps from my phone, turned off non-urgent notifications, and set strict boundaries around screen time. Initially, I felt restless and anxious, unsure of how to fill the gaps left by mindless scrolling. But as the days went by, I discovered how much more present and engaged I felt in my daily life. I noticed subtle but profound changes, deeper conversations, greater creativity, and a sense of peace that had long been missing. At the end of the 30 days, I carefully reintroduced only the technologies that added real value. For example, I kept a messaging app for staying connected with family, but chose to access social media only through a desktop browser during limited hours. This intentional reintroduction allowed me to rebuild a digital environment that felt purposeful and manageable. Newport's detox process helped me break free from habits that no longer served me, replacing them with practices that supported my well-being and aligned with my priorities. One of the most compelling arguments Newport makes is that constant digital distractions erode our ability to focus deeply. He explains that true productivity and creativity require sustained, uninterrupted attention, something that's increasingly rare in our tech-saturated world. Without focus, we lose the ability to engage meaningfully with our work and our passions. I began reclaiming focus by implementing deep work sessions into my daily routine. During these blocks of time, I turned off my phone, closed unnecessary tabs, and immersed myself in a single task. At first, it was difficult to resist the urge to check for updates or switch tasks, but with practice, my concentration improved. These deep work sessions not only boosted my productivity, but also brought a sense of accomplishment and clarity. I found that the quality of my output increased, and I was able to tackle complex projects with greater confidence. Newport's insights reminded me that focus is a skill that can be cultivated through deliberate practice. By eliminating distractions and dedicating time to meaningful work, I began experiencing the satisfaction of fully engaging with my goals and seeing real progress. Newport highlights the importance of solitude in fostering creativity, reflection, and emotional well-being. In a world where we're constantly connected, carving out time for solitude has become a radical act of self-care. Solitude allows us to reconnect with our inner thoughts, process emotions, and gain clarity on life's challenges. I started integrating moments of solitude into my daily life. Whether it was taking a walk without my phone, journaling in the morning, or simply sitting quietly with my thoughts, these moments allowed me to process my emotions and gain perspective. At first, solitude felt uncomfortable, as I was so accustomed to filling every idle moment with digital distractions. But over time, I began to cherish these pockets of quiet as opportunities for growth and self-discovery. Newport's lesson on solitude reminded me that being alone with my thoughts isn't something to fear but a powerful way to connect with myself. By embracing solitude, I found clarity and inspiration that had been buried beneath the noise of constant connectivity. These quiet moments became the foundation for deeper creativity and a more centered approach to life. While technology promises to connect us, Newport argues that it often leads to shallow interactions at the expense of deeper relationships. He encourages readers to prioritize face-to-face connections and meaningful conversations over digital exchanges. Genuine connection, he explains, requires presence and intentionality. I began reevaluating how I interacted with others. Instead of texting or liking posts, I made an effort to call friends, meet them for coffee, or write thoughtful messages. These changes deepened my relationships and made me feel more connected to the people who mattered most. I also learned to listen more actively, giving my full attention to conversations rather than splitting it with a screen. One significant shift was creating tech-free zones during family meals and social gatherings. Without the distractions of screens, conversations became more engaging and authentic. Newport's insights taught me that true connection requires presence and intentionality. By prioritizing real-world interactions, I discovered the joy of building stronger, more meaningful relationships that nurtured my sense of belonging. Newport emphasizes the importance of cultivating high-quality leisure activities that enrich our lives and provide a sense of fulfillment. Passive consumption, such as binge-watching or scrolling, often leaves us feeling empty, whereas active pursuits, like hobbies, physical activities, or creative projects, nourish our minds and spirits. I started exploring hobbies that brought me joy and challenged me in new ways. I picked up painting, began reading more books, and joined a local hiking group. These activities not only provided a break from screens, but also added depth and variety to my days. Engaging in active leisure helped me reconnect with passions I had neglected and brought a renewed sense of purpose to my free time. Newport's emphasis on high-quality leisure reminded me that how we spend our time shapes the quality of our lives. By choosing activities that align with my values and interests, I created a more balanced and fulfilling lifestyle. These pursuits also helped me build new skills, expand my horizons, and find joy in the process of growth. In the final chapter, Newport provides strategies for maintaining digital minimalism in the long term. He emphasizes the importance of regularly reassessing your digital habits, setting boundaries, and staying committed to your principles. Sustaining this lifestyle requires ongoing vigilance and adaptability. I implemented regular check-ins to evaluate my digital use, asking questions like, "Is this still serving me?" and "How can I improve?" I also established rules to prevent backsliding, such as limiting social media use to specific times and keeping my phone out of the bedroom. These practices helped me stay intentional and avoid slipping back into old habits. Newport's strategies reinforce the idea that digital minimalism is an ongoing journey, not a one-time fix. By staying mindful and proactive, I continue to refine my relationship with technology, ensuring it supported rather than hindered my goals. This commitment allowed me to maintain the clarity and focus I had gained, even as new challenges and distractions arose. Digital minimalism taught me that technology doesn't have to control my life. By adopting a minimalist approach, I reclaimed my time, attention, and sense of purpose. What role does technology play in your life? Are you using it intentionally, or is it using you? Remember, the journey to digital minimalism begins with a single step: choosing to prioritize what truly matters. Each deliberate choice brings you closer to a life of balance, focus, and fulfillment.